for example, a service magnet. Some things of reliability are simply things that bring your customer in because they know, even if they're not buying anything from you, that you're a purveyor of information, of support. They can ask questions anytime, and that, as we know, creates that reliability as a knowledge source. And knowledge is the first step of really creating a bond, a relationship with your customers where they don't feel like you're always selling them. What TD Bank, which originally originated as Commerce Bank, decided was to put a penny arcade in each of their stores. Now, anybody ever have a whole jar of pennies? You go to most banks and you have to roll them up in a certain way and do other things. This is an actual arcade, and they have a version for children, and you do not have to be a bank customer. So this is their magnet. There are sometimes lines of people outside the door waiting to go into the arcade, and you get a receipt which you can take the money out or open an account within 10 minutes. 1,300 people come into the store per month to use their arcade, and they've had 5 opportunities to wow per year because of this arcade. So do you have a magnet? Something simple that you could do to pull people into your organization that doesn't cost anything, that simply creates a reliable wow moment. When your service providers change or you change your staff, do your customers feel like they have to push the restart button? There's nothing worse than feeling like you have a relationship with the company and then someone leaves and everything they know about you left with them. You don't feel very honored, right? Edward Jones has a process, they're a financial advisor company, has a process where when they bring in a new advisor, they actually shadow a senior advisor for a year. And then they've changed their reward and recognition and compensation that the senior advisor actually hands over some of their cases to this young advisor who they're serving and supporting all throughout the year. So that when the handoff happens, the relationship is in place. It's cemented. And the customer doesn't feel like they've fallen in the black hole of, you don't know me anymore. As a result of being deliberate, they have the highest customer satisfaction ratings of any other full-service brokerage firms, a full 50% higher than their competitors. So are you there for customers? Do you think about them on their terms? You know, one of the great joys of my life was I was able to start working at Land's End in 1983 in the middle of a cornfield in Dodgeville, Wisconsin. And back then, literally, back then, you know, when you wrote a check for $50 and sent it to a catalog company, you weren't sure you would have something in return. So we had a guarantee. So that we always knew 98.6% of the time we would ship every order out within 24 hours. But beyond that, we imagined customers' lives, and that was also on the report card. How the UPS driver came up, how it felt to pull a turtleneck over your head for the first time. Thinking about customers' experiences and creating reliability.